welcome to today's video where we will be answering the question, what key do you need to activate your next, journey? So if you chose pile 1, you're in the right spot. Let's just go ahead and begin. It's interesting, we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. I mean, it's not that interesting, it's kind of perfect. But let's go ahead and shuffle and see what comes out for you, pile 1. Ooh, okay, we have King of Swords. As I put this card against my heart, I was reminded of the Ice King character off of, I think it's called Adventure Time. I just started recently watching that show, so I'm not totally confident on that title. But I think it's called Adventure Time, and there's this character on there that's called the Ice King. He's actually like a villain character, but he cracks me up on this show, and I think his arc, and like I said, I just started watching it. It's a huge show with it seems like infinite, universes sort of deal. So it's it kind of reminded me, the way I described it to a friend was it's kind of like Rick and Morty without the cynicism. But anyways, as I hold this up to my heart, I was reminded of that character. You might hear some scratching. I have like a little Zen garden that my cat's kind of playing in. But, this character, he's actually a villain, even though he's kind of funny but as far as I understand him, it's like all he ever wished for, all the way back to when he was younger, was having a princess, having a love that he could call his own. And he never got it though. So it's like he turned cold. He used to be called the Nice King, okay? He used to be called the Nice King. Now he's called the Ice King. It's because he didn't get what he so deeply desired. I'm getting, though, for you, you're not going to be called the Ice King. You're going to remain the Nice King, and it's because you are embodying and stepping into this King of Swords energy. That's what's needed. It's like you needed to, obviously set up some boundaries to protect, I just heard to protect your feelings, but it's also like you have bigger than that, things that you're wanting that won't come along unless you do this, okay? Let's see what else wants to come out. I'm also just getting the image of you oh, wow, that's really interesting. I got the image of a butterfly with horns. We have Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, this is really promising, especially following up with your King of Swords cards. It's I'm getting you have realized kind of what's at stake is what I'm getting. And this came after a time of you really weighing, I heard weighing options, weighing choices, but it's almost like you were balancing, you had to balance the scales for yourself. And I'm just seeing every which way you balanced it before, unless you made this change, it was going to remain unbalanced. And that's what you had to acknowledge, okay? Because you kept coming to that repeatedly. That it was going to be you, it was going to be your sword, you bending your sword. I just got a really interesting image. It's swords are made out of iron. And I don't know what the saying means, but I just heard iron sharpens iron or iron strengthens iron. But it's almost like your original sword. Okay, it's you can't help but acknowledge your rightful position as the Nice King. Okay, and you also can't help but recognize all the things that you desire. And, okay, I lost my train of thought, but let's just, oh, yeah, it's I was seeing your sword, though, it was bending. It's you had a sword because you knew that you were supposed to, but you were the material wasn't iron yet, and now you are showing up with an iron sword. What I'm hearing, too, is it's because you're showing, it's you weren't not prepared to meet challenge before. I'm getting you're the type of person, especially with King of Swords coming out right in the beginning of your reading, you're the sort of person that meets a challenge head on. But it's there were certain circumstances where you would bend your own desires because other things you care about had conflicting desires. And it's now you don't bend for external sources. You only bend for, you don't really bend. Now you're bending your sword back upright. I'm seeing definitely this is in the ways that you are correcting your previous behaviors and embodying this new King of Swords energy, it's like this is really honestly your justice. I think it's really worthwhile knowing too, this King of Swords card, okay, it's a fire and air card. So it's like it took a lot of intellect and action. And if you haven't already embodied this, that's what it will take. Okay, this is the key for like your next leg. Okay, and it looks like your next leg, hello, is gonna be, you know, you stepping into a deserved resource is what I'm hearing. Okay, I wanted to check out this guidebook I have. Okay, and I wanted to read like very specifically what your key has to say. So outside of like divination and psychic work that we've done here today, I want you to get like a very pointed readout on what it is that you need. So I will read you the King of Swords, okay? This card is described as authoritative, masculine energy, taking action from a place of logic and reason. Okay, and that's what I was kind of getting earlier, is like, it didn't matter how you looked at this, you kept coming to the same conclusion, and then it was a matter of you like acknowledging that's where you have to take stand. Like, you knew it, like, okay, so it took a bit of courage to embody like your truth. Okay, you are, if you're not already, this is what you need to do. Embody the qualities of authority, intelligence, and use of logic to attain success. It can also represent the energy of a situation requiring you to take decisive action on your own behalf or to stand up for others who may not have the power to defend themselves. Listen to your intuition for messages that can guide you when it's time to take action. You are a powerful authority who wields substantial intelligence. Trust your voice. And it's like, okay, you guys, my cat is like totally tearing up a piece of cardboard now. So, if you hear noise in the background, that's what it is. But, you know, it's like, that readout was reminding me of you having the sword. You always had the sword. It's just before it was made of a material and you felt more comfortable before. You were the nice king. Okay, so you wanted to be nice. But you're realizing, so that you don't become the ice king, you need to stand on your ground. Okay. Let's see. Have the confidence to be the authority of your life by taking action on your own behalf or standing up for your ideas. If you feel yourself faltering, seek out the advice of a professional about your health or other domestic situation. I just found it interesting how, like, in the personal part, it jumped over to health. That's interesting. And processing that a little bit more, and I just got really hot. Okay, it's like, you were realizing, oh my gosh, the butterfly with the horns. You know, it was reminding me of, okay, I just got a lot more downloads, but, I can't get them out fast enough. It's like, I was also getting like these two crescents mirroring each other here, and it's like, you were almost, I'm getting like you are a heavy empath, because it's almost like you were fulfilling others' needs through your like heart space, and your heart space was going like void, null, because of that. Let me pause here and kind of gather where I was. I remember now, after reading that health thing and absorbing that a little bit more, so this may have been, you realize it came to a point where it was like detrimental to your health that you were doing this nice king behavior, and you're gonna always be the nice king. You are the nice king, okay? So, but so that you don't turn into the ice king, okay? And, you know, that's really, it's making me realize, like, basically, if you had stayed true to this previous path, and you're such like a loving person that I think you wouldn't have an issue committing yourself to that old path and sacrificing yourself. But it would have led to like depression, resentment, even for the ones that you were caring for. And okay, we can just take that as confirmation. As I was going to start to shuffle again, these just like fell out. And I double checked that my deck, the Hierophant never comes out in reverse for me. Okay, neither does the Knight of Wands, but that I can remember, but the Hierophant never. And you know, let me get my cat kind of calm down. This is her, you guys. Her name's Sadie. But basically what I was getting, okay, is you would have had to ignore your intuition and not take an action. Ignored what you knew to be right for yourself and not take an action. That's what it would have led to this old path, but it's kind of impossible. I'm getting for you to not do that. You can't ignore your intuition and you can't not take action. Like, I'm literally getting the image of like, it's like if a volcano tried to hold back its eruption. It's not gonna happen, okay? It may take like, it may delay like a millisecond. It's not gonna happen though. Like it's impossible, really. It's like you are an active volcano and the eruption's begun. I want to get, see if there's any final messages from Spirit. I keep having like confirmation after confirmation coming through. It's like I'm hearing the hardest part is behind you because assuming and embodying this stance where you acknowledge and then you're not ignoring you're acknowledging your needs. You're not ignoring your intuition. I'm getting literally, you prophesize the future, okay? You can't not take action because what I'm getting for you, Pile 1, is you foretell how things are going to unfold. So even years down the road. And yeah, now you're in a phase though where you are gathering your truth is what I'm hearing, because you had to literally wash yourself clean of these like peripheral truths that you had like taken on as your own. But let's see if Spirit has anything else they want to say to you. Oof. Look at this, you guys. 6 of Wands, Temperance. You step into this truth of yours. You listen to your intuition and take action. And I'm hearing respect your boundaries. You have due coming to you. Like, not just reward, but recognition for what you've done. Literally. Recognition for what you've done. And you will have a more balanced, and I'm hearing calm waters, especially of the heart. Like, you're going to have peace of mind and peace of life. And you're going to be in a place where pouring unto others doesn't feel like a drain at the bottom of your pond. It feels more like your pond is so full, it's water flowing onto the earth below. Okay? So, yeah, let me go into our guidebook again for these cards and, get some more pointed stuff outside of what we've channeled for you before we head out, Pile 1. Okay, we're back with the guidebook. This is for 6 of Wands, okay? This card reads, your hard work is being rewarded. Revel in this victorious moment surrounded by those who support you. Okay, and I'm getting, you're actually going to be surprised by the support that you receive on the other end of this. I think part of your hesitation before was thinking that there was going to be no support, or it was going to take a long time to get to support. I'm hearing it's actually going to be immediate. You're going to see it immediately. You may actually already be seeing signs of it. Known as the Victory card. Okay, let me hold this up. The 6 of Wands brings good news, especially after a period of struggle. Okay, you were about to be the Ice King. Okay, it's impossible. It's impossible for you to be the Ice King, but that was looming over your head. An important feature of this card is that it focuses on feeling proud of your accomplishments, acknowledging your success. And that was also part of this journey, I feel, for you, Pile 1, is that you used to humble yourself too much. And you'll always be a humble person, but you used to do it too much. You used to do it to the point of obliterating your image. Okay. And accepting praise from others without shame or downplaying your success. You've worked hard and you deserve recognition, so allow yourself to shine in this moment. Your enthusiasm has the ability to lift others up as well, which you will be doing. Know that You know, I get the sense that you're someone who always needed something bigger than yourself, and so you lost yourself in the sauce of that. Okay, but you need to realize, like, when you do this for yourself, you're going to be able to do it bigger than even before for others. Okay, you have no idea. Okay, you are leveling up in all areas of life, enjoying your success and being recognized for the wonderful work you do. Good news is coming to you related to your home or personal life. You're feeling ready to take on a leadership role within your community or special interest group. Okay, and let me find us the Temperance card too, and then we'll leave you off on that message. The key words to this card, okay, are moderation, harmony, divine timing. Temperance touches us. Temperance touches us. You know, I do feel like you've been like touched by the divine, honestly. Like there's like you do, like a golden finger has touched you. You know, you have something to offer that's like sparkly, and you know, you have something. Teaches us to call on the angelic realm for support in taking a balanced approach, yielding results that are better than we could obtain on our own. When you are working towards achieving something in your life, you don't have to do it alone. Call upon divine assistance for help. Look for signs and follow inspired guidance when those signs appear before you. Be flexible and take a moderate approach. Trusting the results you want will take time. Have patience as the universe goes to work to bring your desires into the physical realm. Whether you are struggling with something specific or just feeling lost, now is the perfect time to connect with the divine and welcome the messages you receive. Use your intuitive guidance to move forward on your path to reach your highest self. Surrender to the plans of the universe. And that's actually really interesting because as you take up your iron sword, shing, okay, you also at the very same time, very ironically, very paradoxically, are surrendering. Okay? That's something you should actually feel comfortable with, though. It's just like, you know, these things that pushed you to the edge of yourself will actually be the things now that you have to re-embody just differently. Okay? You have to re-embody, but differently, how to be nice. You have to re-embody, but differently. I forgot what I was going to say. But, like, you are, you know, on the other side of this, you're achieving a peace, a balance, a harmony. Okay, so we're going to leave your message off there for today, Pile 1. If that resonates, don't forget to leave a like, your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe so I can see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading, where we're going to ask, what is the key that you need for your next activation? Okay, so let's just jump into the reading. Oh. Okay, we get 4 of Wands, and I want to say before we begin here, I was getting the song Ditto by New Jeans, specifically the lines, I have no time to lose, okay, over and over, I have no time to lose, I have no time to lose. And something else that jumped out to me after I started dissecting that a little bit more was, there's a line in that song that says, stay in the middle like you were little, okay? And then it's like, it does a little tune like, da, 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 da. You know, it's like something around you wants to, or wanted to keep you small, and also maybe make that circumstance for you seem playful, or like there is distraction, or we'll just take that as a confirmation as well. My cat's playing with their toy. I just got the image of like when Cinderella's in her room. I think it's Cinderella. She has like a fairy godmother come in like out of nowhere, it seems, and it's almost like you were waiting for like divine intervention is what I'm getting, and for like nature to move itself on your behalf. Just picking up this message, and we'll go to a guidebook I have out here because I wanted to channel, of course, but also I wanted to get a very pointed message on what it is that you guys need for this key. Okay, and what I was getting here is that for me, it's almost like in this reading right now, it's like you had to unionize. Okay, and I keep hearing like heard it through the grapevine. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like you were wanting to hear something through the grapevine from spirit, or it's almost like you wanted something to get through the grapevine so that nature could move for you and divine intervention would happen. But what's happening instead is a inner union of divine, feminine, and masculine. Okay, and this was on the bottom of the deck, and to me, it was just confirmation for that message on me, because We have 2 individuals here again, one in red and one in blue. Wow. I'm getting this, like, this for me right now was the divine masculine within you. And it's like, do you see how he's like reaching his hand out to her? It's like you had to take some sort of inspired action to let yourself know that you were safe, to make yourself safe, and provide, I'm hearing. Okay, we are in our guidebook now for this 4 of Wands card, okay? Because I wanted to get you that juicy information. So this card's upright keywords are celebration, special events. Celebrate your achievements with the ones you love before pushing ahead to your next goal. The 4 of Wands indicates an organized celebration, such as a wedding, anniversary, or graduation. Ooh. Yeah, like your union was a graduation of sorts. Look into your own life and achievements. How can you celebrate your wins? The enthusiasm you have for your relationships and local community are also celebrated here. Make sure you are balancing your hard work and ongoing efforts with relaxation. And I was literally, when I was hearing through the grapevine earlier, I was also, if I didn't mention this, hearing A Little Birdie Told Me. And it's like, it was coming through, I think Marvin Gaye sings it, and, you're being asked to dance a lot. Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite singers. You're, okay, and he always makes me, like, there's, like, a flow to his music. It doesn't make you do this. It makes you move your hips. It makes you move your spine. It moves your heart, okay? It makes you, like, Marvin Gaye's the sort of music that if you were dancing to yourself in the mirror, it makes you fall in love with yourself. So it's like you're being called to dance at this moment. Okay, and also from this book on this card, you're savoring the process of putting down roots. Either buying, and I just heard The Roots. I think it's The Roots. I can't remember if it's The Roots or just Roots, but their song, is it called Seed? The lyrics go like, I push my seed in your bush tonight. It's gonna work because I'm pushing it right. That song's also coming up. So it's like, you're being called to listen to music, and music that makes you like flow, okay? In the rhythm of the song, because you're achieving like a flow state in life. This is going to help you like get into that a bit more. One of the things, this is reminding me, just something to share, I guess, but like just this morning, I was like really tired. Okay. I've been going through like so many shifts lately and stuff, but I'm like, it's very important to let yourself rest, but I was like, I've been resting like a lot. Like I'm going to feel even better if I do this work and get this work done. And, one of the things that I did to motivate me was play music all morning. And that's, it's just a confirmation for me that that's something you need to do. Listen to your favorite music. Listen to your favorite slow jams. I'm specifically hearing R&B. You're savoring the process of putting down roots, either buying or renovating a home, joining a group, or taking a relationship to the next level. Celebrate the joy and excitement of these milestone moments. That's right, y'all. Stop to celebrate. Should the opportunity arise, go ahead and pour your excitement into a creative project. Spending time with family and friends, throwing a party, or taking a break to rejuvenate is beneficial for your spirit. Exactly. Rest, rest, rest. If you have been resting though, and you feel inspired to take action, do that. Okay, that's your key at this moment, is to celebrate life. Feel good, because you've achieved a lot and you have a lot more on the way. Spirit wants you to stop and take stock, I'm hearing. Okay, let me see if we have any more messages that want to come out for you while we're here together on this note. Oh, okay. Aw, you guys, 10 of Cups. Are you serious? If this isn't like the perfect culmination in addition to this, okay, definitely a confirmation. Let me get to our guidebook here and I'll get back to us, and also we'll channel a bit on that card. Just hearing when I picked up this card, rusted root. There's like a lot of roots coming through. Roots band, the roots, and rusted root. And it's like, oh, The Roots was singing the Seed song. But Rusted Root sings, and this is what I was channeling for you, send me on my way. It's like old roots that don't, you had roots elsewhere before, but those roots are rusted and they aren't nourishing you anymore. You need to be sent on your way. And that song, a lot of that song is a little bit gibberish. If you actually look up the lyrics, I believe it's that song. And it's like, some people may look at your path and be like, this is gibberish. Okay. So you may not have like a traditional path where you go through the expected boxes of life. Okay. In the expected time. And even if you do, you don't do it in the expected time, but it's like you have a way of life that's unique to you. I was going to say though, that song is off of Matilda. Okay, so that movie may have relevance to you. Okay, let's read the very pointed, very juicy guidebook. Okay, so this card reads, happiness and fulfillment. Okay, and this is, I'm getting for you, Pile 2. This is what's on the other end of you just celebrating yourself. Simply celebrate. Okay, I'm literally getting the image of you like sipping a drink and like lounging, like your feet are up, and you are like literally, you're a hummingbird and life is your nectar. Okay? The Ten of Cups. The culmination of emotional fulfillment is the gateway to your next adventure, y'all. So you simply celebrating right now, this is your, that's the key. You celebrating. This key gives you another key. I just got chills. It's like you have gateway after gateway after gateway, like opening. I'm like, whew. Emotional fulfillment looks different to each individual at different stages of their life. So consider what it means for you. It may manifest as a happy family or a wonderful community that feels like a family. The Ten of Cups focuses on achievement of a level of love and success that fills your life with serenity, satisfaction, and gratitude. Long-standing family issues are nearly resolved, or you may be headed for a family gathering that will bring everyone closer together. Enjoy the sensation of feeling secure with your overall well-being and make time to celebrate your success with people who feel like family. You're well on your way to achieving a big milestone goal in your career or love life, propelling you toward your next phase with increased stability. You guys, that's awesome. We're going to leave your message off there for today, Pile 2. If that resonated, don't forget to leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe so I can see you on the next one. Bye. Y'all, I was just shuffling so goofy. Like, I don't even know. I'm just going to show you. I was like, okay. And then this fell out. Hold on. Then this fell out in reverse. Okay, let's just break it all down. But anyways, we originally got the Queen of Wands that fell out. And the song, okay, I just heard like you're making stuff happen. First of all, you make it happen. Okay? But I was hearing I think it's Cardi B. I'm not totally sure. I haven't listened to rap music in like a really long time. But I was just hearing, is it up? Is it up? Is it up? Is it up? And I think that's in one of her songs. I was hearing like dun 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 dun. Okay, I can't even remember the rest of it like well enough to portray. But I was hearing basically how that's coming through is you keep pushing things all the way up for yourself, and then you keep being like, is this a ceiling? Is this a ceiling? It's not. Is this a ceiling? It's not. Like, you don't have a finish line is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. Ooh, and you're coming off as very magical at this moment. Let me do some divination work though on this card. Okay, touch it, feel it, see it. And I'll tell you what we get, and then we're going to jump into a guidebook to get some very pointed messages from Spirit. Okay, what is your key for your next activation? You have like an undeniable sense of vitality at this moment, and I'm even getting like you definitely have fans. Okay, like you have like a cult following, and I'm also getting like I'm hearing like growling, and it's like playfully aggressive is the energy. Okay. Oh, Ooh, so I'm getting like your next key. Your key is, I'm hearing firebrand. I'm also getting like there's something here that's deeply seated within like your lineage. Okay, so maybe this is like an ancestral gift or something that you're tapping into. And maybe like I'm getting like you are a very regal energy. So maybe you have roots way beyond where you're at currently that are highly regal, and you know, you touched base with them, sort of activated something within you. But you're making magic happen right now. That's coming through. Okay, and you are I just got the image of like you are walking I got the image of you walking on coals, but you were frolicking. Okay, so the message that I'm like channeling from your card, Queen of Wands, here is to, how do I put this? It's like, you know, you are the firebrand right now in your life, but you're doing it playfully. And that's kind of what Spirit wants you to do. Don't get into this position and get so serious. Okay. You're leaving behind. You're kind of flying out of, I see you like escaping darkness at this moment. Okay. Let's get into the guidebook now and see what it has to say though. I have so much energy with your pile. Oh my gosh. I literally am trying not to freak you out. I almost came on cam like this for a second, but we won't do that. Okay. Okay, the key words to this card are creativity, ambition. Okay, feminine energy of intuitive creativity and emotional intelligence combined with passion and heart-centered action. That's you being on the fire, being on the coals, but frolicking. Are held within the Queen of Wands. Okie doke. Okay, I'm being called to read a couple more passages than I had in the previous two piles, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, inspired action. The Queen of Wands indicates an invitation to step fully into your own power, own your ambition, and allow yourself to take on leadership opportunities. Okay, you're going to have a lot of fun doing this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you maybe looking at it as something that's very serious. Something you have to become very serious for. But Spirit's wanting you to know, not only do you not have to take it so seriously, I mean, you're gonna handle it respectfully. That's different. You're gonna handle this thing respectfully, but don't take it seriously. Have fun. And actually, you're gonna find this is the most fun you may have had in ages, if not ever. Okay. As you claim your power, know that you are guided and protected now and always. Your confidence and sense of worthiness are elevated, and your reality will rise to match your energy. You guys, I love that for you. You are feeling powerful and enjoying being recognized in the workplace. Oh yeah, you are. If you are an entrepreneur or owner, listen to your intuition to grow your business. And I'm hearing as you grow, so will your intuition, and so will your connection to your intuition. And take action towards increased prosperity. Okay, that's the other thing. Don't just have intuition and then ignore it. I don't think you are, but I'm just saying, make sure you're taking action on these big ideas you're having. Your creativity and enthusiasm are an important part of your success for yourself and in the ways you inspire others. Okay, this is bigger than you. Consider taking a leadership position or speaking engagement if one presents itself. Focus on cultivating your intuitive powers within your spiritual practice and manifesting your dreams into reality. This may mean spending time in nature to rejuvenate your energy and spirit before returning to your responsibilities. Take initiative to work on healing any blocks to your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. You are becoming more confident, which will lead to immense personal growth and improved relationships. Okay, that's awesome. I want to, so your key here, okay, you're getting advice to rejuvenate. Nature is one way to do that. Staying connected to your, I'm getting like you are going through an era of empowering your feminine, essentially. Okay, and we just had 5 of Wands come up, but we also had 6 of Swords come out earlier, and that came out in the reverse. I want to look into these a little bit more. Okay, so remember when I said you're leaving dark days behind? Like, I literally saw you flying out of a cave. So this card in reverse signifies a delay or inability to move on from a difficult situation. Ask your intuition to guide you forward on issues, guide you toward issues that still need resolving. Focus on where you are in the present moment instead of pushing ahead with future plans. So it's like right now is a time to pause. Okay, so I'm getting like the Hermit in my head right now, and also the Hanged Man. And it's like you need to pause at this moment because there's a lesson that you need to like integrate. And it's not that you need to learn a lesson still. You may have already learned the lesson. And I'm getting with delay on a significant choice. It's like you already know the choice you need to make. You're delaying that choice. Okay, right now the delay is happening with purpose. If the delay is happening, it's like there's lessons to integrate. And also what's happening in this Hermit and Hanged Man period for you, what will happen is a deeper connection with your intuition. And your intuition is highly, like, it's critical for you moving forward. Okay? Let's see if Spirit has anything else they want to say before we leave out on this reading. Oh, okay. Is that a message for y'all or what? Okay, every time this card comes out for me, I think ascending in solitude. Okay, and leaving to solitude in order to ascend. Okay, the next leg of your journey is a spiritual one where you get in touch more with yourself, your spirit, and your spirit team, and just spirit. Okay. Ooh. And that just reminded me, like, a lot of, and I just had to clear my throat there. A lot of negative entities exist. Okay, I'm not going to be able to put the whole picture for you. Oh my gosh, my neck just started cramping so bad, y'all. You all have a lot of stuff that's trying to, like, chain you down. And I just literally saw someone trying to get rid of somebody by chaining them to a cinder block and putting them in a lake. So someone is also trying to you may feel overwhelmed by your emotional landscape, or someone else is trying to do this. So because obviously I didn't see you putting the cinder block over for yourself. It was like someone was doing this to you, and like maybe you felt like life was doing this to you, or someone in particular, or a specific situation. Sorry, my cat's tail like went across the screen there and kind of made me laugh. At this point, I feel you've gotten to the point where something is semi-frustrating for you internally, because it's required you to stay in place, to ignore yourself. But the key, so you're gonna be like coming back to self in this moment. But remember, in all of the seriousness of this moment for you, to remain lighthearted. I just heard light as a feather. Okay, and it's reminding me of I think it's Feather of Maat, or Mot, M-A''A'-T. Okay, it's an Egyptian god, I believe. And he is like, he balances the heart of everybody after they pass away. And if it's light as a feather, that's basically what the test is your heart as light as a feather. It's like Spirit is wanting you to remain through all of this, because the image that I was getting for y'all was dark. Okay, it's like, yeah. And you have a lot of stuff that's trying to, like, I was hearing defeat. My stomach is also like, oh, I feel like I just got stabbed in the gut. Honestly, it's a psychic feeling, y'all, just so you know. You may have felt punched in the gut by some information I'm hearing. Okay, You may have felt brutalized by some bit of information, but don't let this change you. You have a path of your own to acquire, and like a path of your own to forge, I'm hearing. Let me get the guidebook out though for this card. See what very pointed message Spirit wants to get to you today, okay? So in the back of my book, there's like a glossary of keywords. The keywords for this card are very simply walking away and moving on, okay? I'm hearing you know what you need to do, actually, and you just need to face it. Let me go to its specific page though now. All right, so we have the guidebook here, reading for the 8 of Cups, okay? And this is the final message from Spirit. Never settle for good enough. The best option awaits when you seek it. The 8 of Cups is a reminder that you do not have to settle if you sense that there is something missing in your life. You don't need to know exactly what you are missing, though you must be willing to follow your heart and instincts towards a more meaningful existence. And I just want to pause right there and say, this Hermit and Hangman phase where you connect with your, I guess I actually ended up putting that card back into the deck, but I believe it was Queen of Swords or Queen of Cups. Let me find that card again actually real fast. I can't remember what exact card it was in the beginning, and I slipped that back in there. What the heck? Okay. What? Sorry, y'all. It's just, I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. These cards are just laying outside of my deck. Okay. They were laid out in a spread like that. Like I did them. I did that with zero recollection. Okay, we will cover those messages. Obviously, Spirit's wanting to get that out to you. I was going to say, though, earlier, like, the point of your initial, like, the key to your activation, okay, was being playful while connecting to your fire, okay? Oh, Queen of Wands. It wasn't either of those. Queen of Wands. Yeah, okay. Follow your instincts and your heart towards a more meaningful existence. In order to make that journey, you will need to release things that once brought you happiness, including people, including behaviors, objects, and places. This may feel distressing in the moment, but don't let that flash of sadness trap you in a situation longer than you need to be. And that's actually the trash being taken out, y'all. The inner call to action awaits you. Walking away from friendships and associations that are not aligned with your personal beliefs or spiritual path can be hard but necessary. You're setting out in search of deeper meaning in your life, either through travel, through a spiritual practice, or by looking inward, okay? And one of the things, I just heard looking inward, Squidward. It's like, that you may have found yourself taking this path very seriously. And, Squidward reminds me of a food critic, and like in a not pleasant way. I don't know how else to describe that, but basically, you may have found yourself slipping into some seriousness already. Spirits want you to know, have compassion. Everything's with reason. You may have slipped into that so you can have some perspective on what, where your boundaries there are. You don't want to go so far down that road. Goodness, y'all. Oh! So, we have the Empress here. Okay, this is certainly your energy, okay? The Empress is like the full embodiment of the divine feminine. You're touching into that now. So I'm like seeing like the last portal you will jump through is you embodying the Empress fully, like without questioning yourself. Then we have the Sun. Okay, your ego is going to be on display, and I just heard revered, but I also heard rewarded. Okay, and I'm not sure what revere. There's traffic going both ways, okay? like just confirmation, but I just heard Paul Revere, and I also just heard the British are coming, and I was also seeing the Headless Horseman. Okay, Spirit is wanting you to not give in to like lower emotions like fear. Don't be fearful. And also, you may have people that are like, you know, they have differing agendas than you. Don't focus on their agenda. And don't even focus that their agenda is going to come over into your area. Protect your vision. Right now, though, your solitude in connecting with yourself is what's going to do that. Okay, but like basically, Spirit is saying to pull your focus like back into yourself. That's going to pull your power back to yourself, because right now focusing on enemies and focusing on like things that are fearful, I'm hearing those things are lore that wishes to be legend. Okay, and don't give it the space to be. We have King of Wands coming up too, so it's like, it's interesting. This is gonna culminate into you fully being able to, I'm hearing Master Manifester. Okay, and what's underneath that? The World, y'all. You're gonna have something like, you're gonna have, I'm hearing a grand achievement, like as you walk this path. It's not just gonna be one. There's gonna be many little achievements and moments of recognition, and you're gonna have more than one big moment of recognition. Okay, and this comes because you know, I'm hearing when to jump ship. Kind of did it for me. Oh, and that reminds me, you know, you connecting with yourself allows you to connect Spirit, and Spirit is going to move you. You aren't going to feel like you're bearing the burden of this alone. Okay? Spirit is going to move things for you and even move you. You're going to be surprised. Okay, but pile 3, we're going to leave your message off there for today. If it resonates, don't forget to leave a like, your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe so I can see you on the next one. Bye.